2-point perspective. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do basically a long brick type shape and then a shorter brick sitting on top of it. And then we're going to change that very squarish looking stack of bricks into a car. So I'm going to put my car over here on the road. Leaving enough room for the tires down here. This is the side of the car where the doors go. Now I'm going to draw straight up and down. So I'm going straight up and down for the ends of this brick. Now I have to make the kind of front end of the car and the top of the car, or the top of the brick. So for the front end, it's going to go to the left vanishing point here. This as well. And just figure out how wide you want the front end of your car. I'm drawing kind of like maybe a sedan, a station wagon, something like that, so I'm making it pretty long this way. Back here is going to be like where the trunk of the car is. And now I have to go here to the right vanishing point. Try not to get too confused with the sidewalk that's behind it if yours lines up to the sidewalk. If it does get confusing, you may want to at least temporarily erase anything you have back here, and then you can always put it back later where it belongs. Okay, so I have my long, narrow brick. Now I'm going to create the top of the car, like you're going to sit in here, the front windshield's going to be here, the windows are going to be here. So I decide how long I want the hood of my car, and I'm just going to come straight up here. And then I give myself a little room for the back of the car, the trunk, straight up here. Okay, now I have to create like a brick, more of a square brick on top. So I'm going to do the same steps that I did here. Left vanishing point.
Mr. Halbert and Mrs. Stanley,
and they can stop here.
To the Pepsi room.
That line's going to go straight up and down to know where I have to stop this line. There. This one's going to go to the right vanishing point for that side and that side. And it's stopping at this line that I already made here. Let's see, I'm going to do this line next. And then this is going to come to the right vanishing point, and wherever they intersect, that's where I'm going to erase the extra of that one. The biggest mistake that most people will make is when they're drawing these top parts, they will just kind of draw it in some random place. They will forget to go to a vanishing point. Line it up very carefully. This is crisscross part. So top left corner goes to the right vanishing point. There's that corner right there. And then I can erase. So it's not a see-through car. So I'm erasing here. Okay, I'm going to show you how to put tires on it. So we want the tires to extend down because there's always this space underneath the car. And then we're going to draw square tires first. So that's going to go to the vanishing point. That's going to go to the vanishing point. So you've got square tires right now. Then you go ahead and you draw in an ellipse. If If you remember when we were learning how to do cylinders, we learned how to do ellipses. So this is kind of a squished circle. Fit it in there and then erase the square box. Notice it's taller than it is wide because we're seeing this car from an angle. And then you can, erase the bottom of the car here, and you can put in hubcaps. Next, I'm going to show you how to make this look more like a car and less like bricks. So cars have more style to them than this, hopefully. So what you do is just kind of imagine what your car looks like. This is going to be the slant of the...
to the Pepsi room, please. Mr. Halbert to the Pepsi room.
Slant of the windshield. And then the top of it goes to the left vanishing point. So I just have to change that. And then you can kind of make the car curvy. And whatever I do to one side, I try to go ahead and do it to the other side right away so I don't forget. Front end of the car maybe angles down a little bit. So this is going to angle down as well. And if you want to put a bumper on it, let's see, this is going to come from the right vanishing point. I'm just kind of mentally lining it up with the right vanishing point over there. It's so tiny. Straight up and down. Left vanishing point. You see how much I erase. It's really important to be drawing lightly when you're doing something like this. Okay, and it should have kind of a bar here where the front window and back window are separated. It comes down. Here's your door. Back door sometimes has a curve. This might have to curve around the tire. Okay, and then creating whatever shape I want for the back end. Little cutout for the wheel well. There you go. We have some kind of little made-up car.